Hello my lovelies, Sophia here, psychic tarot reader and personal mentor. In this video I want to help you to know that you can have your specific person, your dream job, dream house, money or anything you desire. You really are an infinite being with infinite potential and can have, be and do anything you want. I will also be adding this video into the Get Them Back playlist for extra clarification to help you on your journey of getting your specific person back into your life. So let's start with where most of you who are watching this video are at this point in your life. You are probably watching this because you are in separation from someone you love. You may be in contact with them or in no contact. Either way, you are not living the life you prefer to be living with them beside you. As some of you know, I am also a personal mentor, and so many times clients come to me saying that they just want their person back. Some have tried on their own and have got their person back, but then their person went again and everything fell apart. And others just aren't seeing results and have given up hope. When you separate from someone, it happens for a reason. When you are in separation, you just want that person back. You tell yourself that you need this person back so that you can feel happy again. You need them back to make you feel loved, whole and complete. But when they come back, nothing has changed. Neither of you have changed. But you are just so glad they are back. Things carry on the same as before and soon it all falls apart again. My clients ask me why. So let me take you through several things to help you understand how you really can have, be and do whatever you want to have, be or do. There is going to be a lot of information in this video, so you will probably have to replay it several times to take it in and to take notes. First, I'm going to go into the background of why you aren't getting your specific person back. Then I will go through some techniques to help you to get them back. Some of this is taken from my personal mentoring program, but without the specific tips and techniques I give to each individual client, because each one of us has a different ultimate goal. Of course, you can book your own personal mentoring if you feel you are still not getting what you want. As I have said in so many of my other videos, your thoughts and feelings really do create. Whether they are negative or positive thoughts and feelings, you are thinking and feeling all day long, and that is a fact. So are you mainly a negative Nancy or a positive Pam? Some people think that the bigger things they want in their life are so much harder to get, but this is just your belief, your limiting assumption. Getting a free cup of coffee or getting your SP back in your life is just the same. So all you need to do is shift your mindset. You have to believe it to see it. If you don't fully believe you can have what you truly want, you won't have it or see it in your reality. Your subconscious mind whirs around all day long non-stop. After all, we supposedly have thousands of thoughts a day, unlike your conscious mind. How many times do you drift off into thoughts and are not being mindful of what you are doing in the present moment? For example, you drive your car from A to B, but when you think back to how you actually got from A to B, you realise you weren't consciously driving your car. Your conscious mind was on autopilot, whilst your subconscious mind was merrily thinking about what you've got to have for dinner, what your kids are doing, or what work you have to do, and so on and so forth. Chatter, chatter, chatter. Your subconscious mind creates your reality, whether negative or positive, and only thinks in pictures and acts on feelings. Hence, your thoughts and feelings create. Your subconscious mind also doesn't know what is actually real and what isn't. Your imagination is your strongest, most powerful tool that you can have. Everything you see in your world that is man-made was first created in someone's imagination before it came into this reality. Aeroplanes, cars, computers, phones, your house, your clothes, everything you see, feel and touch that is man-made was first created in someone's imagination. When an artist goes to paint a picture, they start with a blank canvas and create a beautiful picture from their imagination. Songs, films, poems, literature, art, architecture and so on were all created in someone's imagination first. So use your imagination to create the life that you prefer to be living. If you let your outside world rule your life, i.e., people and events around you dictating to you what you can and can't have, and you react to them, then you will just live a life. When you realize that you can control your outside world by changing your inner world, then you can live the life you prefer to be living and have your dream life that you desire to have. So when you let the outside world rule your world, you never have what you truly desire. Nobody else can truly know what you think and feel. For example, if you and I read the same book and were asked to draw or describe the characters in the story, they would be totally different. Yet it is the same book and the same story. So if you are wanting someone else to make you feel happy, whole and complete, you will always be disappointed unless you feel happy, whole and complete in yourself first and have filled your own cup up with self-love, self-respect and self-worth. Have you ever bought a present for someone and you felt such joy and enthusiasm about it and couldn't wait to give it to them and for them to open it? But when they did, they just smiled and said, "Oh, that's nice," and put it down beside them and carried on with something else, or opening another present. You thought they would feel and think the same as you did about it, but they didn't. I'm not saying this happens all the time, but you have probably experienced this or something similar where you have had enthusiasm for something that you thought would make someone else feel the same as you, but they didn't. Therefore, you felt disappointed. We are also just energy inside a human body, which is just a vehicle that is transporting our souls, which is energy, around in this lifetime. Our thoughts and feelings are energy too, and so is everything else around you. Everything and everyone is just energy, just like a transmitter. So say a TV transmitter. A signal is sent from the transmitter to your TV set, and you use your remote control to change the channel to watch the program you want to watch and enjoy. When you watch your TV, you don't question every time you turn it on about how a program that was filmed somewhere entirely different to where you are is now being shown on your TV screen and how it got there. You just know it was transmitted and received. So as you are a powerful transmitter, why are you watching a channel about something you are not happy watching? Change the channel to one that you want to watch and experience, one that brings you joy and happiness. As the brilliant Neville Goddard said, use your imagination to create your reality. He also said that if you persist in an assumption, it will become a hardened fact. So if you persist in the assumption that your person loves you and that you are together, it will become a hardened fact in your life one day. After all, you are currently persisting in the fact that your person doesn't love you because for whatever reason they are not in your life. So you are currently experiencing this hardened fact. So change the channel and start using your powerful, wonderful, creative imagination that no one else can take away from you or change. No one else can change your imagination or your thoughts but yourself. How many times have you really wanted something to make you feel good and happy and you imagined having it and then you either went and bought it yourself or it was given to you by someone else, or it may have come to you in a different way than you first thought it would do. It might have come instantly in a day or two, week or two, month or two, or a year or two. However long and in whatever way, it eventually came to you and you got it. You have also thought and imagined things you didn't want to happen, but you persisted in thinking the worst case scenario, and it happened and you said, "I told you so." Your thoughts and feelings create, whether positive or negative, and we have all experienced them both. Your dominant thoughts and feelings about any area in your life is what you will see on the TV screen of your reality. So if you think negatively about relationships, money, your family, friends, work, home, car, self-image, and so on, this is what you will keep experiencing in your reality. The reason people fail is because they let their doubts, limiting beliefs, or assumptions creep in and take over the beautiful thoughts and dreams they have. It doesn't matter if you have times when this happens. The trick is to not dwell in these thoughts and feelings for long periods. If you were on a strict diet and had been doing really well eating healthily for a few days or weeks, but then you succumb to a packet of crisps or a Big Mac, would you give up on your diet altogether? That's it, I've blown it. Some people do. But if you just think, oh wow, it's done now, so let's go back to the healthy diet the next meal I have, nothing bad has really happened to change things, then you can get back on track and end up with the body you wanted. Think about New Year's resolutions. How many people set off with good intentions in the new year but give up? Not everyone does, and they get what they want. It's not because they are luckier than you, they just persisted in what they wanted and didn't give up. So continue to focus your attention on what you want to be seeing in your life and not what you don't want to be seeing. Start to take control of your inner world and live in the end, the reality that you want to be living in. The outside world cannot change into what you want to experience and enjoy until you change it from within. Do not focus on what you are seeing now, because your current 3D is what you have already created with your previous thoughts and feelings. If you only think positive thoughts from this day forward, then nothing negative can come in. However, the outside world will present events to us to which we will react to. But again, if you react negatively to them, you will experience them negatively again and again. If you react positively or ignore them, if it's not something you want to experience, then it is a different story altogether. An event itself has no emotions. The emotions come from you and how you react to the event. Only your doubts, negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, and negative assumptions can stop you from getting what you truly desire. Nothing and no one else. Have the strength, courage, and confidence to go forward fearlessly. Be positive and look to the future. The ifs, whys, buts, maybes, hows, and whens are not relevant. The only thing that is relevant is having your ultimate desire or goal, living in the end and feeling that you already have it. Persist and it will exist. People also become too impatient and give up too easily. How many times have you tried to force something to happen and it didn't work out? But when you left it alone, it worked out fine, whether a few days, weeks, months, or years later, in a way that was perfect. If you are not living the life you prefer, then it is because you have stepped in your own way and self-sabotaged your own chances of having what you want. So by changing the way you think and feel from now on, can only mean you can have what you want. However young or old you are, it is never too late to have what you want and desire to have. So let's look at some techniques for you to start using to change your negative Nancy thoughts into positive Pam thoughts. Above we talked about changing your mindset, but the next part is to really connect to the emotions you would feel if you already had your specific person back beside you. If you like being in a childlike state and using your imagination, and not just feeling emotional, but really feeling in your heart space that you have them already, the excitement, the happiness, joy and relief you would feel if they were back with you. So from now on, only imagine things you do want in your life. So regarding your specific person, first get clear what you actually want from them. Do you want to date them for a while and just have fun? Do you want to just live together or do you want to marry them? Do you want children with them? Whatever you want, it can be yours. Remember, you can have, be and do whatever you want because you are an infinite, powerful being. Next, ask yourself, does it feel natural to be with them? Can you really see yourself being happy with this person? If I said you could have £1 million or dollars, would it feel natural to you or would a lower amount seem better? However, is that lower amount better just because you think that's all you deserve or can have? That's all you're worthy of having? In your imagination, all things are possible, but it should feel natural. If it doesn't, it still doesn't matter, as it is only your limiting beliefs and assumptions saying you can't have it. All the things I have on my manifesting list, I just focus on living in the end and the feeling of having what I want as if I already have it. The how it comes to me or the when it comes to me is not my business, and it is not yours either. The how and the when is not our concern. As humans, we spend so much time trying to reason with things and using our conscious minds to come up with a solution, the how and the when. We then get frustrated when we can't. We all have the answer within. How many times do you have a light bulb moment? Just when you weren't thinking about the solution, it pops into your head. So let's go forward. So one technique to use is to imagine your life as a movie. You are the writer, the director, the producer, and the main character in your film. So what would you write your love story about? What would the main character, you, be doing, thinking, and feeling? What would the other characters in your movie be doing, thinking, and feeling? Your leading man, for example. What words would you have written for them to say, and how would they act? Would they be telling you how much they loved you, how beautiful you are, and how you are the most amazing person they have ever met? Are you thinking and feeling how much you love them too, and how they spoil you and make you feel safe and secure? Write your movie, direct your characters, and produce the film to one that you want to watch and enjoy. Another technique is to just imagine that you and your specific person are together. Close your eyes, go deep within you and focus on your heart space. You can put your hand on your heart area if you want to, but feel your SP with you. They might have their arms around you or just be stood in front of you, as long as you feel their energy around you. Then have an inner conversation about how your SP makes you feel. For example, I feel so loved by Bob. I love how Bob spoils me and showers me with attention. I love how Bob adores me. Say and feel anything you want to feel. We all think and feel differently. What you want from a relationship may not be what I want. As long as you can feel how your SP makes you feel. Next, feel how you feel about them. I love how Bob smiles at me with such love in his eyes. I love it when Bob wraps his arms around me and makes me feel so secure and safe. I love how Bob makes me feel so special. I love Bob so much, etc., etc. Next, feel how you feel about the relationship overall. I love our relationship. We are just so good together. Bob and I have such an amazing connection. We have such an amazing, loving, deep bond. Our relationship feels so happy and loving. I love how our friends and family are so happy that we are happy together. How is it that Bob and I are so happily married? Why is it Bob and I are so happily married together? I don't know why, but it is wonderful, amazing, awesome, incredible, whatever words you want to use, and so on and so forth. Use affirmations such as I am, I have, why is it, or how is it, but you must feel them and not just say them parrot fashion. End by giving gratitude by saying, I am so thankful that I met Bob. I am so grateful that Bob is in my life beside me. I truly appreciate everything Bob does for me. Bob spoils me. All of these things will help you to feel your desired relationship that you want with your SP. It doesn't matter if Bob doesn't say any of these things and doesn't act in that way now or before. You are not interested in the old Bob or the one that is or isn't showing up in your reality at the moment. After all, that movie isn't the one that you want to watch. It isn't making you happy watching it, is it? All you are interested in is creating the movie you want to be watching in your reality. Remember, if you persist in the assumption that he loves you, adores you and spoils you, and you feel and think this every day, then it will eventually harden into fact. But don't control the how and the when. If you find there are days when you feel negative, then don't focus on your desire. It is always best anyway to visualize and focus on your desired outcome when you are feeling positive and in a high vibration. So if you feel low or meh, just live in the now. Be mindful of the present. What can you do to raise your vibration now? Put on a favourite movie, song, call a friend, but don't talk about your SP. Go for a walk. Do something that is for you in the now. Be grateful for the things you already have. Sometimes when people are trying to create their new reality and have been visualizing being with their SP and feeling they are with them, they are then under the next breath talking to a friend saying how their SP is an idiot and how much they hurt you and how much they are not with you. You have to persist in the reality of what you want to see in your reality and not what you don't. When people are doing my personal mentoring, I also say don't go and watch videos, tarot readings on third parties or when is your person coming back and how do they feel, because it starts from within, my lovelies. So what if they are with someone else, a third party situation? It really doesn't matter. In your new reality, there is no third party coming between you and spoiling your happy relationship. So why focus your energy on them in the current 3D, which is not the reality you want to be experiencing anyway, and it's going to pass soon. Again, if you persist in thinking about them together with a third party, then it will persist to exist. If you think your person will abandon you for someone else, then you will continue to persist in this until it exists. As we are all energy, stop fueling the fire. If you don't put fuel on the fire, it will go out and won't exist. If you are focusing on your new reality with Bob and an event pops up in your current 3D that you don't like, ignore it. Don't react. Just say to yourself, oh well, I created that previously, so of course it's going to show up. But I'm not going to react to it now, so it won't show up again. Just close your eyes, go back into your heart space with your hand on your heart to your end desire and feel what it is that you want to see in your reality. Just change your thoughts and feelings to it is done. Bob is already mine. It is a done deal. When I manifest, I first sketch out what I want, then I put in some specific details. I then create a short scene, seeing it through my own eyes in first person perspective, as if I was already there, experiencing it and already having it. The best time to do this is when you are in bed at night, about to drift off to sleep. Remember, your thoughts should have the feeling behind it, so you feel you already have it. In the day, whenever I think about what I want, I feel as if I already have it and say my positive affirmations to reaffirm that I do have it. Oh yes, Bob and I are happily married. We love each other so much and Bob adores me and spoils me. Close your eyes if it helps and draw your focus back to your heart space with your hand on your heart and feel it. Feel, see and know that it is a done deal. I never think about the how and the when, and when things crop up that aren't what I want to see in my reality, I ignore them and don't react. I just tell myself that everything is fine, I'm good, that everything always works out in my favour and that everything is all working out in a beautiful way for me to experience and enjoy. Every day I also give gratitude. I am thankful, grateful and appreciative for what I have in my life and for what I want as if I already have it. I also ask for guidance from the universe to help me to get what I want. I say, please guide me to the right place at the right time for my desire to come into my reality. Then I will act on any inspired action or impulses I am guided to take. The universe is always trying to communicate with you, but it is up to you to act on the inspired action and impulses you are guided to take. This is not controlling the how and the when or forcing action. Inspired action and impulses are different. For example, if you asked the universe for lottery numbers and were inspired to write down 6 numbers, but you never bought a ticket, then you never acted on the guidance you were given. Merely asking for what you want, sitting on your sofa and not taking action will not always get you your desire. Sometimes you have to meet the universe halfway. So remember, you are an infinite being with infinite potential and abundance. Your thoughts and feelings create, and your subconscious mind will bring them to you, whether negative or positive. And remember, your subconscious mind doesn't know when something is real or not real. Whatever you persist in becomes a hardened fact. The how and the when is not your concern. So, my lovelies, be a positive Pam and not a negative Nancy. Love and light, Sophia.